Hey, welcome back to my channel, Loving Your Life with Mama D. And I'm wondering today, are you one of the ones who's gift wrapping challenged? In other words, just can't get that gift wrapping technique down? This is a time of year when all those presents have to be wrapped. And we really don't want to wrap them. We want to hide them in the closet and up under the bed and everywhere, and then wait till Christmas Eve or 2 days before Christmas and then start trying to wrap them all up. You run out of bags, you run out of tissue paper, you run out of tape, you know. Well, I'm going to show you a way to make life simpler and wrapping easier. There's a few techniques that I've learned along the way. I'm not saying that I'm a master at this or anything. I'm just saying I got a few tips that might help you. And if you're interested, come on with me. Let's get to it. What you're going to need is your wrapping paper. And I particularly love this plaid this year. And if you notice, somebody else got the paper before I did. And you know, how many times has that happened to you? The person who wraps before you just messes up the paper, okay? Now, on this side of the paper, if you notice that there are lines, there's actually a graph, okay? Lines going across, lines going up and down. That's your biggest hint right there. Cut on those lines and you'll have a perfect cut every time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and line this paper up. Just cut back down this line all the way down. And that gives me an opportunity for a fresh start. Okay? Now, in addition to your paper, you'll need scissors. You get some tape. Now, this tape is called invisible tape. It's really not invisible because I've already tried wrapping a few gifts. You want some gift tags. Okay, something that's going to match your paper. If by chance you have to wrap it or put it in a bag, have a handy bag. You need a box. You need your ribbon. And you need some tissue paper. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start off with this size box. Now, before I ever put anything in the box, I'm going to go ahead and judge just how much paper I'll need. And one of the things I do, you want to allow for at least 2 inches on the edge, okay, on either side. So if you go in 2 squares, each one of those squares should be 1 inch. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. But remember, the box goes up about 2 inches. So you're going to want to go up about 4 inches there and about 4 inches on the other side before you cut. Okay? So let's go ahead. And that's going to put us to about right here. And we're just going to cut along that line again. Get it the best you can. Now, if you want to really save on paper, I just don't particularly care about having all those little extra pieces of paper, but sometimes you need a few. So this is going to be one. Taking it down to about there will be enough, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut across, and hopefully I'll have something, some little tiny, teeny weeny something that will need a small piece. Okay, now let's set that aside. Okay, so now what are we going to wrap? What's going to go in the box? This is the top, so we're going to open that up, and the bottom is always white. Okay, it's always going to be your solid color if it's a print. Usually if it's from the store, like from a department store, the top is white, the bottom is white, but the store logo is going to be on the top. Okay, so now we're ready. So I have this nice Puma shirt. It was ordered from Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the packaging because I don't want to give it to them in plastic, which there wouldn't be anything wrong with it. But it's already neatly folded. So let's see if we can work with that. So you want to take your tissue paper, and I always kind of, there's usually a crease in the paper. Just take it and fold it, and then just get that tucked into the box. Okay? Now the box is going to be kind of hard to stay open until you actually get your gift inside. Okay, so now for the size of this box, I want to put that puma. I want the puma to show. So I'm going to put it in just like this. See that? So when he opens the box, he's going to see puma. So we're going to go ahead and close the tissue paper over just like that. Now, I just noticed that this box is torn. Okay, well, if you have that problem, you can tape it, but this is a box from last year. So let's get a piece of tape on that. It's going to be okay. We can fix it where it won't even be noticeable. Just take a piece of tape and hit it just like that. Okay? All right. Now let's get the top on. Okay? Now, we're going to turn the package over. And once again, we're going to be guided by the lines. There's lines going down, and most paper do have this line. So we're going to find ourselves a kind of a happy medium, kind of in the middle. I'm going to take it down to about here. And then it's going to come across. So now I'm going to, because I want the outside to be really pretty, I'm going to go by what I feel will be a good fold line. So I'm going to cut right along the edge of this plaid. I'm going to go all the way down on the darkest line and just trim off that excess. Okay. I'm going to line up the package evenly along that line, and that should cause this plaid line to be even as well. I'm going to take this side, I'm going to cross it over, turn it around, and then I'm going to find a nice line, which will probably be this white line, and we're going to get an even fold right across that white line. Okay? And now it's going to match right up. See that? And then we're going to get small pieces of tape right there. Blend that tape in. I got a little crease on it. Another one. Try to hide it since it's supposed to be invisible. Okay, that's your first part. Okay, now we're going to turn it, and we're going to start with the sides. I have a little extra here. Now what we can do, either we can cut it or we can work with it. I think, let's see. Let's go in, let's just see what happens. Let's tuck it in on the side. It's almost just like a diaper. You want to get your triangle fold on both sides. Okay? Tuck that in right here because you want it to be just like an envelope. Crease that down. Crease this side down as well. Okay? All right, see that? See that? Okay, now we're gonna take this part, we're gonna come up and over, and I'm gonna put a little fold right here, just to make that nice and neat and tucked. Okay, and then I'm gonna use one piece right in that middle. Hide it. Turn it around. See how neat that is? We're going to do the same thing here. Tuck in the sides. Get that corner like a diaper or envelope fold. Same thing here. Same thing here. Tuck it down. Okay. Bring it up. Nice and neat. Fold in the flap. And then we're going to tape it down. No need to use gobs and gobs of tape. Now, if you're a festive person like me, you may want to use some plaid ribbon to go with the plaid. It can work, but what I would do with this is only make the bow, or you can go like with a gold or a white. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just show you how to make a cute bow, because this is for a man, so we don't want it to be too dainty, but we want it to look nice. So let's take about, say, 2 inches here, about 2 or 3 inches there. Okay, got a simple bow. Now you want to go down and cut about 2 to 3 inches. I'm going to cut it right at an angle. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take another piece that's about, oh, maybe 4 inches. No, maybe about 6 inches. And cut it at an angle again. And then I'm going to take that piece, wrap it around the bow, and just make it into a knot. Right in that middle. Okay? Puff it up. See that bow? Okay, now if we want it, we can put it right there in the middle. Or let's see, what tag would I like? Now this is a tag that's got the little plaid, you can see that, and it's got a truck that's carrying a tree. I think that would be perfect. Or let's see, here's one that's almost the same. It has a truck carrying a tree. So I'm thinking, which one would be the prettiest? Let me open these up because I kind of like the way this looks too. Okay, it comes with these little strings. I'm just gonna pull one out like that. You push it through a hole. There's a little hole here. You can use your scissors to kind of punch it through. Just thread this through the hole. And then, so you can use this for a package or for a bag. Okay? Now, what you would want to do is actually write the person's name on it before you get it on to the package. I'm just going to tie one nice little knot there. Okay? And then I'm just going to use some tape and find a good place for that bow. Get the smallest part about right. Okay. So I'm going to wrap that tape. You know how to make a little circle out of your tape? Make a little circle, a little loop. Put it right behind the bow and make sure it sticks on the bow and the tag. And place it right about there in the middle. And if your tape is pretty decent, it shouldn't go anywhere. If you want to extra secure it, take a little bit. Do the same thing, make another little loop and put it under the tag and press it down. If you need a little more to do it again for that bow, put a little bit more under one of those ties. See that? And let's do another little piece. So we're using more tape for the bow than we use for the gift. And there you have it. And there's your perfect gift. Beautiful. Now, because if you're going to use like plaid this year under your tree, I used a lot of plaid this year. And then maybe you want to get some little bags that match. I'm not going to put a gift in here just yet, but just want to show you how. Always take your paper from the middle once you get the gift in. And you just want to tuck it and let it show. Now, if you got kids around the house, I don't recommend this because they have a tendency to peek. Adults, for the most part, they don't really care. They'll wait. But the kids seem to have a little more of a problem. Okay? So you want to make that look really pretty. Festive. Pull the strings. And underneath the tree, you have your matching paper, your bags, and bows. So I hope you got some hints, and I hope you're ready to wrap some really nice gifts this year, and do it early and don't be hassled. Okay? All right. Have a good day. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and listen, you have a blessed day. All right? Bye-bye.